Hey guys, Sandro here from Carcraft Auto Detailing in Melbourne. Today's video is based around 4 products made by PolishAngel that I use in a particular way to create what I feel is the most amazing paint correction finish that I've ever been able to achieve on automotive paint. Straight off the bat, I want to be clear that this isn't a paint correction system that is cheap or time efficient, as these products are expensive, and the only way to extract their peak performance in my experience is by spending a lot of time when using them, which I'll get into shortly. Now, you can actually use these products more or less as you would any other brand of equivalent compounds, polishers, cleaners, and all-in-one primers. But what I've discovered in the last 6 months of using them is that you're far better off using more affordable products unless you're willing to spend that time, as it really is an all or nothing paint correction system when it comes to them. But if you're being paid for the time and expense of using these products, or you're wanting to get the absolute best finish on your own car without the concern of how long it takes or costs, then and only then should you consider these products and system. But having said that, I can't get around the high of being just so impressed with not only the shine and gloss, but also the feel, depth and overall richness of the paint that has raised the bar of what is truly achievable. Now back down to earth, the sad truth is that this level of work is really only going to be appreciated by someone who has that extra eye for detail. As in real terms, it's only that last extra 10% or so that you're going to achieve. But anyone who has spent time pursuing high-end paint correction will know that the last 10% is where most of the work and skill comes into play. So I'll just give you a brief rundown of these products before I get more specific about each one. Firstly is Master Compound. For those of you who haven't seen my review of this product, it's a fantastic user-friendly compound with a massive range from cut to finish. This can be followed by Master Final Polish to further refine the paint, and Escalate is a paint cleaner to prepare the surface for a product such as Invincible Primer, which is both an all-in-one polish and a base primer sealant that can be further topped with another sealant or coating. I'll also let you know that the paint on this test panel I've selected for this video is actually quite a difficult, soft and sensitive paint to work with. But I purposely wanted to use it for this demonstration, as it's a true test of any product range to finish well on this paint. And although it's the sort of paint that scratches if you just look at it the wrong way, I'll hopefully be able to illustrate how very close I can get to a near perfect finish. So first up, I'll just talk a little about Master Compound, as I have done a full video review on it if you want a more in-depth look. But the reason this product is such a great example of why you're better off using something else unless you take the time to test and understand how it works, comes down to its more unique chemistry. This compound really requires you to work it for much longer than any other compound I've come across in my life. If you don't know or understand this and don't increase the amount of passes with your machine polisher, it'll just be a waste of time and money, as you won't get the fantastic cut and amazing finish that it's truly capable of. You'll also find on most paint types that if your technique is on point, you just don't need to follow up with a less aggressive polish and pad. Now, with this paint being so soft but still quite scratched up, Master Compound with just a light polishing pad is a great balance to address those defects without leaving a huge amount of hazing and holograms that any more aggressive compounds and pads on this paint type would create. But like I said, on about 9 out of 10 paints, it can finish down near perfect. So accepting that there's no way to perfectly finish on this paint with any compound out there, the need for a much lighter polish and finishing pad is evident. When you work on harder paints, you may discover that if you really take the time to get your pad selection and technique tuned in, there's still a further refinement and brilliance to be achieved on most paint types that following up with Master Final Polish can unlock. What I've found on most occasions when trying to go that extra level is that I have been able to extract further saturation, gloss and clarity with Master Final Polish even when the paint already looked fantastic and there was no real need for further refinement. It's just such an impressive polish that when I used it side by side with many other great polishes I've used for years, it seemed to edge forward in almost every test I threw at it. For me personally, soft paint is where finishing polishes such as this one are truly tested and either succeed or fail. Soft paint is far easier to level down and remove defects, but just like the paint I'm working on, at times it can be a real nightmare to achieve true clarity and that perfect finish. Also important when working on these paint types is a silky smooth wipe off. The Master Final Polish is just a leader in that area, ensuring that you're not scratching the paint caused by a sticky, hard wipe off. But the thing that really stands out to me about it is that it actually has a really decent cut compared to many finer polishes, but finishes down as good as just about any polish I've tried to date. On to Escalate. This is quite a unique product in that it's a polish of sorts that both cleans and prepares the paint for protection, but also has very mild abrasives that can further refine the paint. So after compounding and polishing, Escalate uses cleaning agents to ensure that any polish residue is removed, but it can also further refine the finish in the process. Now when I say it has mild abrasives, I mean really fine ones that provide perhaps 1/10 of the cut you'd normally get from a polish. So the truth is that on harder paints you will struggle to see its cut, but on soft paints like this one, it can be a lifesaver that'll not only clean but also deal with some light hazing and micro marring. It's one of those products that you have to try for yourself, but I can tell you wholeheartedly that there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that will leave the paint feeling so silky smooth to the touch. I was literally wide-eyed with an open mouth the first time I used it, and I had to run and grab a couple of other detailers to fill the paint, and they were just as impressed. The best way to explain this product in my opinion is that it's exfoliating cream for your car's paint. It replaces the need to do an IPA wipe down, but it just takes it to another level that I just didn't know existed. And although I thought my paint was truly clean and bare before trying it, I know better now. But being a PolishAngel product, its true performance is unlocked, at least in my opinion, when you go that extra mile. So what I've found is that working it as you would a compound, meaning small sections and several passes with your polisher, is what it takes to get that amazing finish. And if you leave Escalate on the paint for a good 5 to 10 minutes or more before wiping it off, it does pay off in the end, giving you even smoother, silkier paint. And I just want to add that even after you top the paint with a wax sealant or coating, using Escalate first still transfers its amazing feel to whatever's applied over the finish. Last in this lineup is Invincible Primer. The easiest way to describe this product is by saying that it's, in my opinion, very similar to CarPro Essence and is more or less used in the same manner. So it is an all-in-one polish, but with the added bonus of being quite a durable semi-permanent sealant that can be layered with a wax sealant or coating on top of it. It also does have impressive filling capabilities, and I have to say that the increased gloss and depth it instantly creates on the paint does perhaps take it to a further level. And when you come across tricky paints like this one, you will be thankful for its mild filling capabilities and easy wipe off that will reduce the likelihood of scratching this sensitive paint. For those of you who do use Essence quite often, one thing that can be problematic about it is its wipe off if you work it too long or if you're working on a hot day. This just isn't an issue with Invincible Primer, as you can work it till the cows come home and it just isn't phased in the hotter weather, making it such an adaptable, user-friendly product. Now officially it's to be used as a base coating for PolishAngel's paint protection products such as V2. But although I can't give you any long-term findings, I have used Invincible as a primer for other nano coatings, and 3 to 6 months down the track, they're still holding strong. Now as I said earlier, all these products are expensive, but Invincible Primer is even more so expensive, having a scary price tag. In the end, these 4 products are all great standalone items, but when they're placed together is when the magic truly happens. But I need to say again that they're only as good as the time you're willing to put into their application, which is far and beyond more time consuming than most other products out there. However, you will find a level of user friendliness and enjoyment in using these products, or really any PolishAngel product out there, that not many other manufacturers can match. The value is just going to have to be something that only you can determine. One last experiment I want to share with you is that a few months back, myself and 2 other detailers used Master Compound on the same test panel at the same time, using the same pads, machines and general technique. And I'll tell you that we had 3 very different results. What it taught me was that there is just no accounting for the human influence, even when everything is on a level playing field. So I don't do these reviews to tell you that you must buy these products and that everything I experience with them will transfer to you. I do them just to share my experience, give my honest opinion, and hope that whether these products are for you or not, it does give you a little more insight about them. In any case, I have been wanting to do this video for a while. As cost aside, there's just no getting around that these are exceptional products that I was really glad I gave them a go. So I do hope you found this video useful. Please like, comment and subscribe to show your support for this channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.